Hello there friends, it's CS2 News Hub. In today's episode, Kyousuke joins Falcons, almost. G2 is kicking off PGL Astana with a stand-in, and trouble brewing inside Faze. Plus, plenty of other juicy stories from the CS2 scene. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. In our last video, we talked about how G2 are planning to make some big changes after the major, with Taz and Hades expected to leave, with SaW and SunPayus set to take their spots. But looks like the Samurai will be making changes even earlier than expected. For their upcoming matches at PGL Astana, G2 will be playing without Hunter. It seems that the reason is the airport delays, if it's not visa issues. So basically, Kovac was stuck in Istanbul for over 24 hours. He eventually made it home, and now he's trying to make it to Astana in time. But in the meantime, Taz will be stepping in as a stand-in. What's funny is that Taz already started warming up, just in case. He played 8 Face-It matches, sadly only won 3 of them. But hey, in one of those games he popped off and dropped 23 frags. Overall, his average was around 12 frags per game. Let's see what he can bring into the officials. Meanwhile, another coach has locked in his spot. We're talking about Ash. It was recently confirmed that he extended his contract with GamerLegion, and now he's opened up about why he made this decision. According to Ash himself in an interview with HLTV, the org is doing everything they can to break into Tier 1 and has fully backed that goal with funding. He also said he wants to stay with GamerLegion until the end of his career and give the team everything he's got. In his words, GamerLegion has what it takes, and his dream is to one day lift a trophy with this squad. Well, that's what I call dedication. A rare thing in esports.
Before we move on to the next news, let me tell you about CSGO Fast, as they're turning 10 years. CSGO Fast is the oldest and most trusted website in the history of CS skin games. Feel like Gaben is unfair to you? On CSGO Fast you can open tons of profitable cases and pull that dream skin you've always wanted. They've got a huge variety of games, including intense case battles. You can even invite a friend and win together. Surely you all love raffles. CSGO Fast runs free raffles every 6 hours, giving away skins to random participants. Plus, they regularly host special events. Right now is their 10-year anniversary, just look at the prizes up for grabs. And if you're a true CS veteran, you already know the community has trusted CSGO Fast for years. That's why they have a loyalty system for regular users and a ranking system with extra bonuses. Do I even need to mention skin prices? You already know they're awesome. And if you don't want to deposit, no problem, you can always use the referral system to earn points.
Use promo code CSGO News Live to get plus 10% to your deposit and a free case. The link will be in the pinned comment. Funny enough, one player actually turned down GamerLegion, even with such a promising coach like Ash. Tutor did it. He recently revealed that he got offers from GL, NIP, Sangal, Aurora, 9 Pandas, and Nimega. The only team he seriously considered was 9 Pandas. But that deal fell through because they couldn't agree on a buyout. And just when he was about to give up, Heroic came knocking, offering him a shot at the big leagues, and he said yes. And the very next morning, the CEO of Gun5 woke him up with the message, "It's done, you're in Heroic." As for why he turned down so many teams, he just wasn't confident in his English, but Heroic didn't care. They actually hired a personal English tutor just for him. And according to Tutor, his teammates help out too. Sometimes they support him, sometimes they joke around, but always in good spirit. Continuing with the roster moves, we couldn't skip one of the biggest headlines of the week. It's rumored that Kyousuke has signed a contract with Falcons. The news first came from Sheep Esports, and it was later backed by Nell, the insider. And if Sheep Esports might seem unreliable, you just have to trust Nell on this, I guess, because he's the guy who knows stuff. So according to these two, after the major, the young talent from Spirit Academy will replace Magisk on the roster. Although I have to remind you that there were rumors that Kyousuke will take Tassis's spot, but it looks like Magisk has finally run out of chances. What really blew up though was the community reaction. Monasi posted on Telegram, "Source, trust me bro, who even is this Sheep Esports?" Well, yeah, let's break it down. Sheep Esports is the insider who leaked Nico and the Heroic trio joining Falcons. Also, Raz going to GamerLegion and pinks to mouse. And they said that the second major of the year will be hosted by Starladder, which turned out to be true. So yeah, my friends, I guess it doesn't seem unreliable now. As for Kyousuke himself, he admitted the situation is complicated. Just a day before the news dropped, he'd won a LAN tournament, and right now he says it's way too early to say anything for sure. In his words, playing for Spirit Academy is still his dream. Overdrive, who is not only the Eastern European insider but also a scout for Team Spirit, kept it short. He said, "People will find out soon." And of course, Thorin had the most controversial take of them all, saying that Spirit basically gave up some free firepower upgrade by letting Kyousuke go. And yeah, guys, one more thing about Falcons. For the major in Austin, they will be running with a 6th player, like the substitute. And surprisingly, it will be Perfecto on the bench, just in case anything happens. But before the major, in case you missed it, Perfecto will be back in action soon, with BC Game as a substitute as well. Guys, so what do you think about the new Falcons lineup with Kyousuke and maybe even Perfecto? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Speaking of upcoming tournaments, we have to talk about IEM Dallas, because looks like we're in for a massive comeback. And no, we're not talking about Simple or Perfecto. We're talking about the $1 million comeback, the return of ESL Grand Slam. Yeah, now it's official, no more Intel. ESL just announced that starting with IEM Dallas, the next Grand Slam race is officially on. And right away, Robs made it clear he's going for those 5 golden bars. Given how strong Vitality have been lately, they've definitely got a real shot at it. You know, it's just 4 tournament wins. Nevertheless, chances are all eyes on IEM Dallas will be on Faze, for one obvious reason. What exactly is Simple gonna do with this sinking ship? And yeah, guys, we're calling it a sinking ship for a reason. If you've seen Faze's recent behind-the-scenes documentary, you'll get the vibe right away. Let's put it gently, the team's not in the best place right now. Kerrigan looks a bit lost, his best players have been picked off, synergy is breaking down, and his mid-round calls aren't hitting like they used to, so he's constantly forced to adapt on the fly. Then there's the coach, Neo. He's slowly turning into a vibes guy, kinda like Taz, but when it comes to actual tactics and structure, it's still all on Kerrigan, and it clearly weighs on him. So now, fortunately, Simple came to the rescue. Or have he? Because aside from the media hype, we don't really know what he's gonna bring to the table. Maybe he will unite the team, even if it's against him. But hey, sometimes that's what it takes. Anyways, at the very least, let's hope Kerrigan's House of Cards will stay just a little longer. And now, my friends, I know IEM Dallas is cool and all, but we have PGL Astana before it. So let's talk about what will happen there. Here's the main favorites of the tournament. First up, Team Spirit, the obvious favorite. This time they will finally have the crowd with them instead of against them. Sure, their form isn't quite what it was back in Shanghai, but they're still capable of top-tier CS. And with no Falcons or Vitality in the mix, they've got a clear path to the top. Next, we've got Na'Vi. Their current ranking is shaky, and there are definitely some issues with comms and aim. But they've got one huge advantage, fan support, and it came only stronger after a wholesome moment with JL. You see, during a rainstorm, some fans took shelter near the hotel entrance, and a few even made it inside when they spotted Na'Vi players. Obviously, security tried to clear them out, but JL stood up for the fans, then took photos with everyone, along with the rest of the team, so it's pure class. And yeah, speaking of Na'Vi, I guess there will be something of a dark horse, an underdog, well, you get it. I really think that Blade has something prepared. Next, among the strong contenders, we have Aurora, ex-Eternal Fire. And for the players, it will be the first ever LAN with this org. Their CEO, Lyrich, even bought out a VIP box for all the tournament days just to watch the action. With that kind of support behind them, the Turkish roster will definitely be feeling the pressure and the pride. So can Suntares and the gang do it? We will see. Also, we have the Mongols, who are the wild card. They're obviously the best team in Asia and often make it to the playoffs, but lately they've been on a rough streak. If they can find their form, this could be dangerous, but that's a big if. And of course, we have to talk about G2. Yeah, things aren't looking great. They're out of form, dealing with roster swaps, low morale, and to top it off, one of their key players will be missing at the start. On paper it looks like an early exit, but who knows? Maybe this will be their chance to prove that they're not just the Monacy show. Guys, what do you think? Can they pull it off? Let us know in the comments below. And finally, Furia. Everyone's eager to see how they will integrate their new players, Molodoy and Yikinder. And you know, so far, Fallen is super hyped about Yikinder and hopes he will stay long term. We will see what they will bring to the server and if the crowd can give them the extra boost. Also, just look at what Fallen does in the foyer. It's incredible. And that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button to follow the channel and drop by in the comments below. I am not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.